Hello and welcome in to the RSC Solar channel. Tonight we obviously have two banger matchups coming to you. The first one we're going to be watching tonight is going to be Clover versus Devoured, and I have a very special guest alongside me today. It's going to be Wicked, and Wicked, if I'm not mistaken, you're actually a member of this franchise, are you not?
Yeah, I definitely am. Clover and Lilac, they're both of my franchise. I am super excited to be casting these games for these two teams. I'm not going to be giving a cash or curse because the last time I did a cast for a team on the franchise, I ended up getting them a 4-0, they got 4-0'd. So I am going to prevent that from happening tonight. I'm going to run this down the middle, and we're just going to run along with it. And I'm so excited to get into this first matchup with you, Viz.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, you probably know Clover better than I do at this point. So who's the player to watch out for there? I see Enterprise has played all 8 games, shooting a solid 38% throughout that. Is there anybody else we should really be keeping eyes on?
Yeah, a big player that we should definitely keep an eye on here is JMH. He's shooting at a 66% shooting percentage, but I mean, you can also see that he's only played 1 game, but even so, getting 2 goals, 3 shots on net with 1 game played, that's actually a pretty good stat to have playing 1 game. And then obviously seeing the other teams here, other players here on Clover, they're shooting really good, somewhat decent, could be better, but it's there, it's manageable. The winning games, that's an important thing to do, is win games. And if we also look down here, we look at Devoured. Now Devoured marked by 8, playing 4 games, 7 goals with 9 shots, shooting at 77%. That's one player to be looking out for in that team, Viz.
I'm definitely ready for that one. Hydro there as well, getting 4 assists, I'm assuming on most of Mark's goals. So that's going to be the player kind of applying that pressure initially. Obviously, we're starting off in Contender today, so I'm really interested. It's been a while since I've played in RSC, obviously. The last season I was in Elite, me and Tapochi over there probably had about the same shooting percentage. So obviously I'm completely washed. I'm really excited to see kind of what these contenders bring to the table now. I've seen flip resets and, you know, diamond and ones. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of that action out here tonight as Rocket League players just continue to improve. Obviously, that's a point of the league. And if you're just tuning in for the first time to the RSC channel, remember, anybody can join. Obviously, we're currently in season. You can join up as a free agent and potentially get picked up by any franchise that's currently playing. We have leagues for every single skill level, so it's always huge. But I mean, honestly, like kind of looking at the win-loss record, this is probably a bigger series for Devoured than it is for Clover.
Yes, definitely. And even looking at the I did take a look at the standings here, and Clover right now, they're 10-6 in the standings, and Devoured here, even with marked by 8 shooting percentage, I mean, they're 6-10. So this is definitely one of those big games that Devoured, I mean, they need to win a lot of games here. Try to get up in the positive, even if they get a sweep here, and try to get even with Clover. If they sweep Clover, they'll put Clover at 10-10, and they'll just even out. So this is definitely a big matchup here for Devoured coming into this, Viz.
It's always important to be near 500 during match day, like 5-6, right? Because I mean, our season is in what, 13, 14 different weeks. So when you look at it, it's really difficult when you kind of think about everything going into it. You kind of just want to hang out until 500 because you always have a chance to get hot at the right time. But if you start off at a disadvantage too early, it becomes that much harder to kind of bring everything back.
Definitely. I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. And I'm also looking here. We have all the players that we need for in this lobby. I say we just get right into it. Don't you think?
I mean, I would love to go ahead and get into the action. We'll go ahead and let the players know, but we're bringing you the first match of match day 5 coming up right now. It's going to be Clover versus Devoured here. Obviously, remember, for all of you that are new here, only 4 games are played. It's a series. It is not a best of. So you're going to be watching 4 games of Rocket League in between these two teams tonight. Look at those beautiful boost meters now. I mean, I can't believe that I can't lie about not having enough boost anymore because my teammates can see it. It's ridiculous as we get into kickoff of game number 1.
Yeah, you're definitely talking about them boost meters. As we see here, Spoogie, you can see him getting a full boost tank right there as he goes up the wall. Tries to get an air dribble so close. I mean, yeah, definitely those boost meters have been a lot helpful for me. I've been using them a lot, helped me through ranked, even with my teammates and my elite team. We're definitely used that a lot to help each other out and, you know, pay attention to what we can do with plays and stuff as we could keep going here as a shot goes on net from Hydro. And a little miscommunication there on defense there, Viz.
Just a little one. It's not a big deal yet. Nothing has hit the back of the net, and JMH is going to be able to win out that challenge. Enterprise going to go ahead and drive this one down. We've seen them have a bunch of assists. However, this time, not going to be able to play it off the corner. Challenge in the midfield going to be one. SqueezySponge trying to put it on net, going to be missed by one. Sometimes if you're not double committing, you're not trying, and that's a great example of it as Kermit tries to put that one on net and is denied.
Double commit and not trying. You know, it's better to double commit instead of trying to get those whifties as we have a big dunk and a JMH. We talked about him right before we got into this game. We talked about him with these two goals, three shots on net. He gets a big dunk on Mark by 8. That is a big goal and a big start off for Clover here, Viz.
I mean, that's really disappointing if you're marked by 8 there. You go from RLCS to getting dunked on in Contender. That's absolutely wild as we start this off. Of course, Clover getting off to a hot start. Little double commit here on the offensive end. He's going to put 2 in the corner, and Squeezy goes ahead and goes his third as well, but the shot not going to be on target. Very dangerous situation there. I like seeing these back post rotations. Maybe a little cut there by SqueezySponge, but they got enough boost to make it worth it. Going to go ahead and take that 50-50. Dunk coming out. Enterprise going to be able to loft this one back up towards midfield. Shot, bounce shot, not undefeated as of right now as SqueezySponge able to get the save right there. Hydro doesn't have enough boost to really get back to this and make it worth anything because JMH popped right there in the net as the attack continues. Kermit shot, slow, but sometimes, Wicked, it's going to be placement over power. The far post not covered. It's going to be a goal for Destined.
Definitely, Viz, and they were definitely picking apart the defense a lot, getting the touches around the other teams, beating them out, looking for those passing opportunities. As you did see, Mark by 8 had a perfect dime. And I mean, we're getting off here. Squeezy going off the wall. Mark by 8's going to clear it here. He's going to try to take control here. Maybe another touch and a big dunk here in the fifth midfield. I'm definitely seeing a lot of transitionings from midfield possession from both teams here, Viz. And boost management's also becoming a big factor. Taking other people's boosts on the other side of the field. As we had a big whifty, and there's a shot coming in from JMH, and he gets it in. Just an open net. You love to see those open nets and the whifties, Viz.
Kermit just did not have an angle on that, jumped at it anyway, and nets don't really get much more open than that, and I would miss that. So good on JMH for going ahead and putting that one in. It's going to be 2-1. We're starting off. We still have more than half of a game left, Wicked. Like, this is by no means over, but the opportunities that have presented themselves have favored Clover so far.
Definitely not. And, you know, man, there's a lot going on. You know, there's, like I was saying about those midfield transitions, and it looks like Clover has been spending a lot of time on that orange half, but even so, Devoured, they be putting up a lot of pressure, but they're also hitting it back. As you see, Kermit looked like he hit it back there for a minute, and JMH is going to take possession, take advantage, and almost another goal by JMH here. And Enterprise here is going to take control, maybe get another shot in as he beats one out. He's going to maybe pass it here, and a big whiff comes out as we come on the other side for Clover.
They're trying their best as Kermit's going to get a great touchdown. This is a surefire goal, marked by 8. We mentioned 77% shooting percentage. He is not missing that one as Kermit, great pass, great second touch, beats out the defense. And I mean, Kermit, you got a little close to saving that one from your own team, but it's going to be tied up 2-2. Back and forth we go on the big stream. I definitely love to see these teams stepping up to the call.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, who let Mark by 8 in RSC in Contender, man? This dude should be in Prem, like with the shots that he's hitting and the goals that he's had this season so far. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. He has all the goals right now for his team. Same with JMH as he is coming to play his second game here on the season, according to the stats. And I mean, they're definitely showing that they have the best shooting percentage on both teams. And Mark by 8 here, he's taking possession and maybe a little airdrop on a double tap, and very close there as they missed. And Kermit's going to try to take it around, get more possession. Squeezy going to get a flick, get dunked out. 2 up, double commit. As another goal goes in by Mark by 8, top right, as we have a hat trick here, and we're 1 minute 20 seconds into this game. Well, not into the game, but left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely know what you mean. On top of that, that dunk in the corner was just the perfect pass out. You got 2 people sitting flat-footed on the net. There is no way that you're going to go ahead and save that one. And also, Wicked, not to not to rain on your parade, but KermIt actually does have a goal as well. So it's not a hat trick just yet for Mark by 8. We're going to see if he gets another one here. Looking for the bump. It's a great bump, but nobody's prepared for it. Hydro having to come in, almost an own goal. Somehow saved. Is SqueezySponge going to go ahead and take this one, try to go off the wall. Bounces a little far for him. Going to be able to use the flip to at least get it past one, but I really like what I'm seeing right now out of Devoured. They're really bringing that kind of patience that's needed to be seen when you have that lead. They're just holding down the midfield, waiting for the touches to come towards them. Mark by 8, 50-50. Dead in the mid again. We're going to see Hydro go ahead and get a touch here. It's not going to be strong enough, but nobody's going to be there to challenge. KermIt going to be able to get one. Also going to get a demo as this one's cleared out, but only 40 seconds to work with right now for Clover.
Yeah, and I mean, they're definitely, I could definitely tell a big change styles. And his ball's going in. Where's the defense at? KermIt just squeezes it in as he gets his second goal here. 33 seconds left in this game, 4-2. I'm just like, where did the defense go? There was nobody back, and there was a lot. They were just all over the place. They're like falling apart here, Viz. I don't understand. They were doing so well here at the beginning with defense and letting those balls in. You can't let that happen.
I mean, you can't. At the same token, you sometimes just start out on resources. You're down a goal. Sometimes it feels smarter to go ahead and chase something down. Here's an opportunity. Hydro is going to be able to cut that one out. You see KermIt on the rotation back as Mark by 8 going to be here right now. Good touch, good second touch with the flip, and it's going to be 5-2. And it's going to be Devoured, definitely taking game number 1 in this 4-game set as Mark by 8 does a good job of keeping control here and just a little glancing blow able to get it past the defense.
Yeah, we finally, I talked about that hat trick and I was wrong, but right there, he got his hat trick, and he's definitely showing everybody here in Contender, ladies and gentlemen, why he has the high shooting percentage as he has. As that was almost an own goal on the other side, and we're coming down to the final 10 seconds to see if Clover here can get another goal, kind of get a momentum change. And there's, ooh, that was very close. I mean, the ball's still floating up, and it's just going to drop down. Devoured's going to take this first game here, Viz.
We talked about how important it was to kind of break yourself free from that kind of 2-2. You're 6-10 right now. Make that 7-10 after this game. They're definitely trending in the right direction. Mark by 8 showing up with 663 points. As you can see on your screen, that hat trick that you mentioned, but also other 2 goals assisted by Mark by 8. 100% goal participation on 5 goals. Call that man a difference maker. He was definitely the difference in game number 1.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd love to see more of Clover here just trying to like take their time on defense and not try to force transitions here. They were doing so well at the beginning, and I definitely would love to see them, try to get a touch on the ball, come back, help your teammates out. Don't try to force anything out. Pay attention to where your teammates are at. Make those smart decisions, play the safe option, and come back and get into this next game and try to get that 3-1 here on Devoured.
I mean, you might be a little biased talking about that 3-1 coming out. I definitely love what I saw out of Devoured. I mean, just taking control of the midfield, really cutting off those midfield lines. And I mean, Clover kind of played into their hands there at the end, right? It was a lot of dump down and trying to start transitional offense, but you don't have anybody really chasing that. So it doesn't make sense to dump the ball off completely because you're just throwing away possession where you could potentially get yourself a dribble, do something with it, beat out a defender, and then give yourself an advantageous position. Didn't really see a lot of that to try to get themselves back in the game. So they definitely have an opportunity here in game number 2, but also Wicked, kind of want to say it might have just been stream jitters, first time playing on stream this season, you have the opportunity to, yeah, you might just be a little jittery here as it's going to be a soft touch here by KermIt. SqueezySponge going to take the long shot. It's going to be denied, but a double commit's going to open up some space for sure in the midfield. Is KermIt going to do a good job of just getting a touch and buying some time for his teammates?
Yeah, definitely. And I have to agree with those first time on stream jitters. I remember my first time on stream here on RSC. I had a lot of jitters as this ball's going right into the net. Marked by 8. This dude, he's just all over the place, and he's shooting his ball on net. He has like a tracker on his car, just hitting the ball perfectly wherever he wants to on that net. And I mean, like I said, it's just Clover's fumbling on the offensive side. They're on top of each other. They need to space each other more out on the field. Talk to each other calm. You have comms for a reason. Talk to each other. It's a definitely important thing to do as we have Mark by 8 here. You're trying to get another pass center, and there's a big demo here, and we might see some possession here from Clover to see if they can march down the field.
I certainly hope they do, but I just want to kind of highlight how vital. Oh, that's a great shot on net. SqueezySponge with a better save. Two people bearing down. It's going to be a 50-50. Good ball by Mark by 8. Where's the third in rotation? A little bit slow is Kermit. They're going to try to take possession of the ball, but they're going to be bumped off of it as Enterprise gets bumped by their teammate over in the corner. This is going to be dangerous. Ball off the backboard. Mark by 8 has been shooting so well. Another team bump comes in. Clover is discombobulated, and it's going to give a 2-goal lead over to Devoured.
Oh my goodness, that big team bump, back-to-back team bumps, and it looked like JMH bumped Enterprise there for a minute, and Enterprise didn't like it that much. He decided to go for a bump on JMH, and it's like, man, that ball's floating over your net. You might as well go for the ball. Don't worry about your teammates. We'll go focus on the ball. As we have Enterprise here focusing on the ball, trying to bring it downfield, get a first goal here. As we have Hydro here in the corner, he has no boost. He's just flicking it away as Squeezy comes in here, and we have an open net. There's nobody to follow that open net. And it's like, come on, get in there, guys. Let's go.
It's not only, I mean, obviously, that's a banger by Kermit right there off the backboard. Squeezy, a double whiff is going to open this one up. Hydro doesn't make good enough contact, but Mark by 8 actually going to be denied. One of the rare misses that we've seen out of them today. There's a touchdown going to be in front of the box, though. JMH going to try to get this one away, but again, just kind of tossing away possession. Had a lot of space to work with, but not really taking advantage of it as SqueezySponge going to get this one over to the side to Air 404. Nobody found on that one as Enterprise looking to scoop it up, playing it across his net. Going to always be dangerous when that happens as Hydro gets a nice centering touch. Squeezy has some time, but again, opts to just go ahead and try to bang it down the pitch. We're kind of seeing this happen again and again, where it just looks like Devoured is completely prepared for everything that Clover's throwing at them.
Yeah, it's like rinse, wash, repeat right now for Clover. And I mean, I need to see more controlled touches here from Clover. I mean, I've been paying attention to a lot of Devoured right now, and they're definitely being a lot patient on their third, paying attention to these booms and, playing off of it. And then they take control. They're doing the opposite of what Clover's doing. Is Kermit here is going to march this downfield. And I mean, as we talked about it, they need to definitely Clover here needs to take more control of this ball and march down and look for options, beat the other team out, and try to set up passing plays for goals. I mean, you guys got to get more goals here. Even shots, there's not a lot of shots going around. There's maybe one shot on net for the team. And, we've been seeing a lot of Devoured here just be on the offensive side of Clover.
Yeah, just collapsing right now. And you're right, one shot on net isn't exactly where you want to be when you're chasing 2 goals. It's just not ideal. SqueezySponge has an opportunity. Wifty up in front. Enterprise going to hit this waterfall straight down. Opportunity there. Mark by 8's going to be able to dive in front, put a hand up, and stop the shot. Enterprise opting to take this to the corner, gets it around to second one. Do you have the bump? You do. Where's the faith? Where's the trust? There it is. SqueezySponge turns around, beats everybody to it. It's 1-2, but that goal is all Enterprise.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to say, shout out to my man Flexi. Old man Rocket League, just beat him up, take him out. That was a big bump by Enterprise. And as we were saying, Squeezy, he got the good goal. He got a good shot, and there's a big pitch right there. Oh, man, you just love to see that. And it's definitely unfortunate on the other side for Clover, but you love to see these pinches. I love seeing these pinches. And oh, my goodness, what a banger. 77 miles an hour on the other side, and we're basically resetting to where we were at like 10 seconds ago, Viz.
Yeah, 10 seconds ago, including the replays. That's an instant response right there. That's unfortunate right there. You finally start feeling some momentum if you're on Clover, and right there it all just kind of evaporates because of a kickoff goal as Hydra is going to be able to beat out the third defender. This is wide open spaces. SqueezySponge is going to be the first one back, is going to get credited with the save there as well. Scrimmage is kind of being a nuisance to society over there, just looking for bumps, looking for demos, looking for boost steals. Mark by 8 going to get beat, passed out. Not going to be touched by anybody. SqueezySponge going to be able to get it away. Has no boost to chase it down with, but a good 50 at least going to put us towards the orange corner. However, Wicked, we got a minute left. We got to see some cohesive offense. If we have seen nothing of the sort just yet, especially with that beat coming out once again from Devoured.
Yeah, definitely not. And I mean, as we were talking about it, Squeezy there, he had a full tank of boost, open space, and he's just banging the ball away. I don't know if he's trying to do a self pass. This ball is rolling in. Mark by 8. Man, you are just crazy, man. You're coming off from RLCS down to here. You have another hat trick, good sir. This man is just unstoppable. This man does not know how to miss in the net. He has 2 misses on net, but shooting 3 for 5 right now. And I've also noticed on the other side here on the orange team, they don't have a lot of saves, and that's just because of the lack of offense that Clover's putting up here. I'd love to see more of it. They had a lot of it, as we have Enterprise here just absolutely doming his teammate, and he has no boost, and as he just bangs the ball away yet again. And there's a big 50 here on the midfield. This might be an opportunity. Enterprise shooting it on net, and it's saved away by Hydro. As Kermit, he has no boost. He couldn't follow it up. And Squeegee, he's passing it down. We're coming down to the final 10 seconds, and Squeegee just bangs the ball away. Enterprise up. And, I mean, this game's pretty much up to wraps. And, you know, we need to focus here on going into game 3 for Clover, as they need to focus more on trying to take control. That's a big own goal, as we have a game 5-1.
I love that right there, though. This is definitely what I love to see in Rocket League right here, is the intentional own goal. You know what? We're losing anyway. The ball's at 0 seconds. Why don't we just go ahead and end this game? GG's go next. We're gonna go from there, but Devoured has been dominant, led once again by Mark by 8. Just stellar performance once again. 3 goals, no assists this time, so not really anything to show for that. Both the other teammates getting involved with a couple of assists over on Mark's goals, and it's going to allow Devoured to really just kind of take over the series right now. I mean, we're looking at the goal differential in between the two games, 5-2, 5-1. I mean, you're talking about 10-3 so far in the first 2 games, Wicked.
Yeah, definitely. And we just got a message from Kermit saying he's going to make a sub out here. Oh, wait, no, he said he's going to do it next game. He just told us that he's doing it next game. They're going to focus on, they're definitely feeling cutthroat right here. They want to get a 3. They want to go up 3. They want to show that Clover's nothing. They want to show Clover that, we're just going to get a 3, try to get a 3-1. We don't care about, getting a sweep here. We don't want to do that to you guys on stream. We were talking about it. We need to see Clover do more of just controlling the pace. They need to take control of this game. They need to, take possession of the ball more, stop banging the ball away, look for each other, even on the other side, go for demos. I mean, you guys got a goal last game strictly off a bump. Just look for them demos, look for bumps on the way out, and try to get, goals in and get shots, start growing this offensive pressure.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Clover needs to start being something other than what grows in my backyard at this point. I need to see something out of him. Because it is not pretty. It is not pretty right now. Kickoff is going to go back right. SqueezySponge is going to be prepared. Marked by 8, just sitting in net. That's a register save coming in. Good touch coming out from Enterprise here. Going to set them up nicely. He jumps for it, though. Takes a 50 into the corner. Boost steal not going to be secured. Marked by 8. Is able to get the boost. Where's the pressure? Where's the offense? This is the whole thing that we've been seeing the entire day, Wicked. I don't care that ball's in the corner right now. The fact Mark is on it makes it terrifying. Ooh. Good demo.
Big bomb
coming out from Sponge. However, 50-50 going to shoot back into the corner. You're not really scoring from that angle. You got to create something else, as this is going to be hit over to the other side once again. 4:30, good amount of possession being held right now by Clover. I say possession. It turns into a goal rather quickly. JMH is on the board.
I mean, it looks like that banger ball. I mean, you had no option there to bang that ball over Kermit's head, but it also went over Marked by 8's head, which was very surprising considering the fact of how well he's been playing these past 2 games and going into game 3. And we have a different change of pace here as Clover's putting the first goal up here on the board. I'm pretty sure that they scored the first time in the first game. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, we have a lead by Clover, and this might be broken up as Marked by 8 tries to get a double, and there's a double commit here on the defensive side. As Squeegee, he's just going to bang the ball away, which is a smart option here, get his teammate boost, and maybe set up another shot. As Enterprise goes for a shot, and it's just off to the left.
I mean, you can go for the shot all you want. We kind of mentioned what we've been seeing so far. Good midfield pass there, going to be denied. It's going to be a 1v1 at this point. Hydro doesn't have any boost to work with. Going to be dunked out by Sponge. But I like what I'm seeing. The pace has changed. It's kind of been flipped down in reverse right now as Enterprise looking for a touch. Not going to be able to find it. It's going to be a good touchdown. Marked by 8 with a lot of space. Accidentally going to flip beside it. Going to allow SqueezySponge to take a shot. Hydro's going to be able to cut that off. Marked by 8 there to receive. Here's that transitional offense that we were seeing earlier. Marked by 8 trying to get a shot on, but a backside demo going to open up a ton of space. And Wicked right now, even though the offense is starting to look put together, this is going to be a great opportunity. That would have been a crazy read right there. JMH taking their time, not being able to get anything else. Really like what I'm seeing right now, though. Out of Clover, they're looking much better as that shot is on net. Another double commit, but at least SqueezySponge is there to get some pace on that clear. But gonna have to turn around here with no boost whatsoever, and that is just a cluster mess right in front. I don't know how this ball is still not touched. Now it is. It's gonna be denied.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm seeing a lot of more demos coming out of Clover as I was talking about these past 2 games, and even the last game I was discussing about those demos. Like, try to get demos, open up the field more. Try to get try to get boosts for you guys, you know, as there's a big bang coming out. And then maybe, oh, that's just an unfortunate touch, as there was a bump that almost came out there by Squeegee. And Enterprise here, he's going to try to set up, take a good possession. He's going to try to set up a pass here. And Squeegee there, he gets a shot. And what a pass by Enterprise, I said Kermit, as Kermit got beat, as I was meaning to say, but good pass by Enterprise, and Squeegee just putting it in there and showing that Nike goal explosion is just beautiful, Viz. Nike, just do it. You know, they're doing it right now. 2-0. We're under a half a game to go. And what do you take out of this game here, Viz?
It depends on if this double tap is made or not, to be completely honest with you, because this is exactly what we saw in game number 1. It was 2 goals and it was 5 unanswered, as that one barely missed, marked by 8. Gonna have some boost lust here as well. Actually grabs 100, has the possession, has the dribble, has the flick. JMH gonna be able to get that away as the flick's not on target. That's gonna be a little bit dangerous. Good 50-50, gonna put this up high. Here's Hydro hitting that over to the side. Possession gonna be held. And right now, kind of what I'm seeing out of just about everything, I mean, you got to show me more. You have to hold on to this possession for the entire game, Clover. You've been doing a great job. You've made great adjustments, but I have to continue seeing it. You got 1:44 left. No lead is safe. However, if you're going to lay it on right there, great time from Enterprise over to Squeegee once again. Make it 3 and make me a believer.
What a big pass there by Enterprise again, looking for Squeegee. I mean, those two, it's like they have really good chemistry there. I mean, that was the second goal that they got with a pass. You know, we have Enterprise here with 2 assists, and things are looking good right now for Clover. You know, they're winning 3-0, and it kind of makes me wonder, like, man, should Devoured have gone for a sub? As Mark by 8 puts a shot on net, and I mean, I was saying, like, I just think maybe Devoured should have gone for a sub, and maybe that sub would have came in and just absolutely just started being a monster and looking for that sweep. I mean, Clover's definitely opened up, and we actually might not even see a sub, as, you know, Devoured is kind of on the back foot right now, and there's a lot of just big war. I mean, I'm going back and forth, but there's a lot of big war just between, like, the midfield. It's like the midfield's like a no man's zone. Nobody wants to cross it. Nobody wants to actually fight over it. It's just kind of they're, you know, taking their time. Clover's taking their time, you know, trying to get the ball downfield. They're not banging it away. They're paying attention to what the other team's doing, as Kermit gets a big beat on 2 people and Luigi with a perfect touch to the corner. But I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing out of here. Is that almost an own goal by JMH, and we're coming under here in 30 seconds of the game, Viz.
I mean, you're talking about what we're seeing right now, which is basically, I mean, this is no man's land in the midfield right now. It's either possession all the way up or all the way down. There's no in between currently, as it's going to be Kermit alone, going to beat out 2. This is going to be dangerous. Are you going to be first to this ball? Enterprise takes a 50, but is beat. No boost to work with. Marked by 8. That's a goal. That's a surefire goal right there for Devoured. They're going to get themselves within 2 with only 14 seconds left. And this is the first time we've seen a midfield challenge since Vietnam. I'm going to be honest with you. I was referencing World War I with no man's land, acting like both goals are the bunkers that they're sitting in, just kind of fighting over space and on both ends, because nobody's willing to go in the middle. That time, midfield challenge. Look at that. Devoured gets on the board. Are you going to be able to capitalize on any more? Looking like the answer is no at this point, with Squeegee being there, but the miss. No, it's a goal for Hydro. So you're saying there's a chance.
Holy smokes. I thought Mark by 8 there had a perfect shot. The way he's been shooting these past games, and it's definitely changed up, and we have 4 seconds here. We're going to see what happens here. We might go into overtime. Who knows, as the ball goes over across the field, and the Enterprise here, or Mark by 8 has a chance. He's taking control with a flick. He just gets rid of it, and a 50 there, and another 50, and this ball is going to die. We're going to go into game 4. Clover getting their first win here in the 3 games that have been played. I'm definitely impressed with the way Clover has changed everything up, and you know, coming out, they gave away 2 goals. It was a little scary there at the end, but I mean, you guys, a win's a win, and it looks like Devoured here, they're going to be making a sub here, as Kermit just said, and I mean, we're looking at the stats here. Squeegee with the MVP, 2 goals, 1 assist, 1 save, and it looked like everything was just balanced out in this game, Viz.
For the most part, the only thing that is interesting to me is Clover is actually still outshot, even though Devoured scored less goals. So it's going to be the first time that that's happened so far today, where the team with the least amount of shots, and that kind of comes down to just breaking down the defense and having that continued possession, right? I kind of reference it a lot to like an egg being cracked, right? Like once you drop it, it's really hard to put all the pieces back together. And Devoured was just on defense so much for those first 3.5 minutes of the game that they couldn't help but let a couple in. It's going to be interesting to see with Devoured kind of getting that momentum coming back and making the sub. Maybe there'll be a difference. Regardless, Mark by 8 still the game. And with that being said, I think there's always a chance for them if Mark is in the game for Devoured.
Yeah, definitely. This dude, I would have been very, very shocked if they would have subbed out Mark by 8. I would have been really confused. I would have been like, why are you getting rid of this man that is literally carrying you guys with goals in these 4 games? And you know, he's definitely been putting on a show for everybody here that's watching, tuning in. We appreciate you guys, you know, coming around and watching these amazing games with us. And, you know, as Kenji Cat, he's going to take possession here, and we're going to see a demo. And there's oh my goodness, what just came out in the quick chats here. And we might have a goal here as Enterprise almost squeezed one in. Squeegee, he's going to squeeze it in himself. Check the name as he squeezes it in like a sponge. I mean, this dude, like, flattened the ball to get in there. He hit it right off the sweet spot on the post as it goes bar in, Viz. And we're up 1-0 with 4 minutes 37 seconds left. It's still early in the game, but I mean, like I said, we saw from the last game, Clover put up the first goal and they ended up winning. So we'll see what happens here. But I mean, it's been a good game so far. I mean, it's still early to tell, but yeah, I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it is good if you're a Clover fan. If you're a Devoured fan, you don't want to repeat of what happened in the last game. This is actually an open net, and Squeezy not able to slot that one. The shot wasn't difficult enough for him to put it in. He said, "Now we're just going to kick it off to the side." It's Mark going to get a good read here, try to send this one back. JMH doesn't have a lot of boost, going to leave it for SqueezySponge. Here's Enterprise, good cut here in rotation, free up some space. Enterprise once again, SqueezySponge up. Do you have the read off the wheel and denied by Kenji Cat? The sub coming out and making an impact early.
Yeah, and that would have been if he should have definitely put his card down a lot more instead of getting that wheel touch. He probably would have had a goal there, as there's a big double command that comes out and Enterprise has no boost. But who has boost? Marked by 8, and see if he can manage something here. He's out of boost now, so he has to come out. Enterprise here, he's going to take control as he gets demoed, and they're kind of folding over here in the defensive half of Clover. And there's a big 50 here that comes out, and there's a big 50 there as it almost goes in, and Marked by 8 comes in. Where did he come from? He just gave Clover like an RKO out of nowhere. Shout out to Randy Orton. I mean, he just, like I said, he cannot be stopped when it comes to shooting that ball on net, Viz.
He's doing a great job. He was actually over getting the side boost, just kind of playing the field. They had 2 back on both sides, just kind of ready for the clear, kind of sitting on it, knowing that Clover likes to bang the ball just far away from themselves when they're on defense. It's a great job right there, just kind of recognizing what's going on. JMH going to get a decent dunk right here. Can't get the bump. Marked by 8, going to be able to get 1. Has a lot of boost to work with, but SqueezySponge going to be there. Pinch attempt going to go completely the wrong way. The demo's going to free up a ton of space, and I just had deja vu because I believe the goal was put in the exact same spot the last time.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, you saw there a big double commit coming out for Clover's side. If you're a Clover fan, you hate to see that. And I feel like they're having a comm issue there with that big double commit. I mean, you guys have to pay attention to more where your team are at, especially moving up. You don't want to try to force out a counterattack as this shot's going in. A big save by Squeegee, and this dude, he's been all over the place on the defensive side for Clover. He's definitely been trying his best here to keep these games in by 1, and Enterprise gets a big beat on Hydro. Marked by 8, he's back. He's going to take possession here as he's going to try his best to move the ball downfield. Passes it to nobody. Squeegee there to intercept, and this might be a good opportunity as it bounces out. Enterprise up off the backboard again. JMH, he's there. Let's see if he can get it in, and no, it's denied. And Squeegee has to run back and reset on defense. And here we go again. We're on the offensive side for Clover. Here's a big demo comes out, and big push down there by Squeegee. Let's see if he can set up a pass here, maybe, as it goes over the side. But I mean, like I said, as a big shot comes out here by Enterprise, and I've been seeing a lot more of possession by Devoured from the last game. They were just on the defensive half a lot of the times when it comes to just flipping sides, and Enterprise here is going to try to take possession. But I mean, I just want to see more of Clover getting on the offensive side of Devoured and, you know, getting more possession in their face.
That possession in your face is going to happen when you're losing 50s like that. Mark by 8 is going to go ahead and get this one downfield. However, one caught up. Wasn't really able to recover well, as this is going to be shot in the midfield. Hydro is ready for it. Has a lot of boost to work with. Do you have the double tap? The answer is no, but it's going to be another miss. Mark by 8 is dangerous, but that one's going to be high off the crossbar. Shot going to be denied. Hydro, no boost. Here's the opportunity you were looking for. SqueezySponge going to go ahead, take possession. Going to be denied immediately off the side. JMH going to go ahead and kick this one back, but he's going to make it dangerous. Is Kenji Cat going to be there? Going to hit it off the post early. Mark by 8 denied by JMH as we had 120 left. We still have Clover chasing a goal right now. Can you find it? Another double commit coming out. Enterprise going to be alone and basically a 1v3, but the ball gets away from Devoured. Not going to allow anything to really come through as Enterprise. Going to have a nice little bump, but this is going to be read out completely by Kenji Cat. Boost going to be stolen away from Enterprise. This is going to be down in front. Good kick out to the mid. Here's Hydro denied by Squeezy. As we hit 56 seconds left, we still have Clover chasing a goal.
Yeah, and there's a big bump that comes out and maybe open opportunity here by JMH, and he just hits it wide as Squeegee's still there. And we're seeing a lot more offense as Enterprise gets a good 50, and JMH can come in here, get a bouncer shot, and it is not undefeated now. It is definitely defeated as the ball comes back across the side of, and there's a big goal by Hydro. And oh my goodness, and you know, you can't blame him, but holy smokes. That's definitely one of those panic flicks there. He had no boost, hits it in the net, and we're tied up with 34 seconds left. And Viz, we might end up having an overtime here for these the first time in these 4 games. And I'm really hoping we do, because I'm super excited for this. This is a big game, a big need to win for Clover here.
I mean, it definitely is shot right in front, but it's going to be denied. JMH, good dunk. Do you have enough boost? Do you have the pace to get to this one? The answer is no, is Sponge. Gonna go ahead, play this one smart, try to wrap it around. Gonna be marked by 8. Gonna go ahead and dunk this one down. It's gonna be Hydro kicking this out to the midfield. Marked by 8 gets a touch, but Enterprise is gonna be there, leaving it for JMH. Double commit, gonna be denied in front. Enterprise takes a 50. Still gonna be dangerous. Kenji Cat up right now, trying to make the difference. Everybody's caught out. This might be rolling in. No, it's gonna be Hydro to deny. We have overtime in game number 4.
Oh my goodness, that was, if there would have been a couple more seconds left, maybe it would have rolled in, but even then, Hydro got, and there's a big win! It's Squeegee! What a good cheat by Squeegee, as we have a big 2-2 coming out for Clover and Devoured, and these 4 games went even, so there is no cast or curse here with this set of games. But that was a big cheat, and that was a big must win for Clover going even here. And I'm very happy with the way, and oh my goodness, look at these stats. Squeegee was 721 points with a hat trick. That man definitely came out and outperformed you know, when he was needed to come out to play. He definitely showed up and showed out when it was needed most here, Viz.
It certainly was, and it really just comes down to my Cardinal Center Rocket League. And the higher level teams do this too. I've ragged on WCB teams for this. I've ragged on RLCS teams for this. If you're going to send somebody cheating up that far, the person in the corner not turning back to goal is literally throwing. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the case. Because if they get beat that hard, you're staring down a wide open net. We saw it happen right there, but I believe we got to choose an MVP for this series. I'm kind of torn, to be honest with you. We have a 2-2. And this may be a cop-out. Are we allowed to give co-MVPs here? Because Squeegee and Mark were popping off the entirety of this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. And if I had to choose co-MVPs, you know, both of those players, I'd have to go with both of them. But if I had to choose one solely, I had to go with Mark by 8 with just how much patience he was when it comes to being on offense and, you know, not overcommitting with his team. He's picking and choosing when he goes to. He's like a lion sitting in the grass, you know. Lions that sit in the grass, they wait to pounce, and that's what he definitely did. And every time that he pounced, he always struck. He always hit his mark. No pun intended, you know, marked by 8. But he had
so hard right now. That was such a terrible pun, bro. Are you
definitely was.
I think you should be.
I mean, I'm definitely an uncle, so I guess it counts for something. But I mean, he was definitely putting up a show here for everybody. And, you know, with the amount of goals that he had, I can't keep track of how many goals he had out of these 4 games, but he definitely put up a show here. And he was definitely the lead scorer for Devoured. And I mean, as it shows in the stats, he's the lead scorer for Devoured in the season so far. And that's definitely somebody to keep on the squad and, you know, get him in reps and more games. And I mean, other than that, I mean, I think everybody played super well, but I definitely have to go. If I had to strictly pick an MVP here, it would definitely be Mark by 8.
Good for you. Good for you not being biased. I thought I was going to get the SqueezySponge and I was going to have to be the voice of reason here, but I definitely think Mark by 8 was the biggest pop-off player there. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to be bringing you the Challenger matchup in between the Emperors and LxlK. You definitely won't want to miss it. Again, Visionary 1, Wicked on the mic. We're going to see you shortly.